Hey guys, Sam with Fox Airsoft here, and today I have the updated ASG Armalite carbine series. This one's the MLOK Defender model. You might have seen these before under Classic Army. It's no secret they did partner with Classic Army for this one, as well as their LTCs. What that means for you is your favorite local stores, such as us, will be able to carry and support products like this. It's very important in the world of Airsoft because in order for the sport to grow, you gotta have fields and you have to have a steady supply of good products coming in, not these one-off weird companies you've never heard of that when you buy it, you have to look all over for some help or for some parts, or they only exist overseas and they don't have an office here in the US. With ASG, at least you have a distributor and brand here in the US that offers great products, offers support, and backs up what they offer. All right, with that said, what is this rifle all about? Well, first off, this is a sportline gun, so that means for you newbies, sportline is a beginner entry-level gun that will consist mostly of a polymer body. This one's nylon fiber, so it's very highly rated impact rated polymers, so it's pretty tough. I wouldn't fall on it and crush it, otherwise if you break it in half, but as far as general usage, it's good for most players. We actually ran these as field rentals for some time and they held up just great. So biggest thing about these, or this model, is although it's a sportline gun, it does have some premium features. The LTC, which is a video we did previously on another Armalite carbine, that one's more of the true sportline where it's a simpler gun, has a quick change, and has everything you need to get started. While this is still true of this model, you also have a programmable trigger system. That's a MOSFET built in that you can program fire modes. That costs a little bit more, but it's a pretty neat function. So I'm gonna go right off into that function right here. If you've seen our Classic Army videos before, the programming hasn't really changed. So what you have here is I already have a battery plugged in. It's gonna involve pulling a trigger and you will fire the gun, so be careful where you do this. Make sure your gun's empty and point it in a safe direction when you do this. First, we're gonna go semi-auto, and I'm going to pull and hold the trigger. It's gonna fire once, and then per the instruction manual, you're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. All right, what you hear right now is the MOSFET beeping. That's telling you what fire mode is currently enabled in this gun. By default, it is semi on the semi position and full auto on the auto position. If I click it over, now it's gonna do a semi or 3-round burst on the auto position. I'm gonna keep this setting by putting it over to the auto on the selector, and now it's stored. That's simple. And then to change it again, do the same thing. All right, we're gonna use the trigger to switch to the next mode. That should be 3 and then full auto. That should be 5 in full auto. And the 2 distinct long beeps mean semi in either position, so semi-auto lockout. So I'm gonna keep that. And now your gun is electronically locked to semi. So for you DMR players, if that's acceptable for your field, then you just saved a lot of money and not having to go into your gearbox to modify that. All right. Got a target 50 feet away. Gonna do a quick shoot test. Torso size, so we're gonna just test combat accuracy, let's say. Wind the magazine. Using 2 5s. Okay, gotta adjust the hop up. Down is on. It has positive click, so that's nice. There you go. Nice and satisfying. In the package, you get a 300 round polymer high cap, a battery, a standard wall charger. The battery is a 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride, same old blue one that you get with the previous classic armies. You get some folding sights here. These can be taken off if you like, and they lock in place. You have to press a button to lower them. The charging handle is ambidextrous. You have a polymer dial hop-up unit with a 6.03 millimeter tight bore and a quick change spring system. This should be shooting about 360 to 380 out of the box, so you can adapt that to your needs. The battery is stored in the buffer tube here. This is a standard crane stock, so you can put all sorts of batteries. It should run in the 9.6. After all, it does include it. I'm running the LiPo battery in here right now. Excuse the cable mess, but you also have on the outside a sling attachment point, so you can run a single point sling on either side. That's a nice touch. This is metal. You have a motor grip that's enhanced in texture. It's very nice. It has a traditional sweep with a thumb shelf, so you can get a better grip on that. The base plate is a quick open type, so you can reach and service your motor or mess with your connectors real quick without having to use tools. It also has a classic Army torque motor, 22K if I'm not mistaken, which is a pretty adequate motor given the spring and the battery I'm using. Great rate of fire there. And then you have an orange plastic flash hider, which has kind of a AAC style mock suppressor thread, which is a coarse tooth. You can probably find the classic Army old mock suppressors or G&G ones, and that should fit fine. All in all, this is a great solid beginner gun. If you want to spend a little bit more for this version over the LTC to get that trigger, I think it's worth it. I like the fact that now that's through ASG, we can get these in a more steady supply, which means more people can get into it and have a great gun to start with. Worst thing about Airsoft in terms of the supply chain, especially right now with COVID, is just things are running out of stock super fast. Not much is coming in. So as much as we'd like to carry every single thing that you see in the world, reality is these are the workhorses of the Airsoft community, so don't trash on them. I think it's great that a lot of people can get into the sport for a very affordable price. I'm Tank from Fox Airsoft. I will see you guys in the next video.